Right, and we are ready. Maybe I should turn down the volume because I'm in my car today. Is today, oh my God, today's Thursday. It is day 8. Oh my God, I don't want to crash. I am actually leaving a coffee shop right now because I needed that extra kick today. My second latte, 3 shots of espresso. One of my favorite places to go in the LA area is Alfred's Coffee. They have a really nice cloud cream. This sounds like an ad, huh? It's not. We do need to collab though, Alfred's, because I go here way too much and I would love to promote more coffee. So the last episode, I figured out what our new segment was, and that's gonna be Thought of the Day. And I did have a thought today, but I will wait till the end because that is what I did on the last episode. I did have a thought today, but this isn't the thought of the day. This just actually came across my mind because I was reading Substack, and I actually like Substack a lot better than social media scrolling because people are actually more thoughtful. And I say that because it's a writing platform, right? It's all like people posting notes like on Instagram, whereas Instagram you're just posting pictures, videos, and whatnot. It's a lot on Instagram right now. So Substack reminds me of just a step down, a little bit more zen social media than regular Instagram. But I was reading one of my favorite podcasters and YouTubers. I want to say Alfred. She is amazing. I love her story and her progress in the podcast space and YouTube space. She's also an entrepreneur, and I relate a lot to a lot of the things that she talks about. I'm like, yes, I feel you, girl. I can definitely relate. She has built her brand from the bottom up, and she shared her experience as she has moved through the different phases of her brand and business. And that's exactly where I am now, is I'm moving through my brand and my business. So I really relate to her because, one, she is an entrepreneur. She built her brand from the bottom up, and she shared her journey and experience, and that is something that I am doing right now. And she's had, she's had a lot of guests on her podcast, Gabrielle Union, and all these other amazing women. So shout out to Les. Her podcast is called She's So Lucky Podcast. So Les Alfred has the podcast called She's So Lucky Pod, and she's from New York, and I love New York, and that is one place on my bucket list that I want to live bicoastal, guys. I want a place on the East Coast and the West Coast so I can go back and forth and just live my city life. Have you ever thought about where else you would like to live if it wasn't where you are now? For me, I've always loved seeing and experiencing the cold weather. I have been to New York before, and I gotta say that even though I got really, really sick, I lost my voice, I still enjoyed it. In the cold, in my huge coat. This is back when I was 20 years old. I didn't even have a license at the time, and I was out at bars with my parents and my family at the time, and we just had a really good time on New Year's Eve, and just the energy, the vibes, everybody is very straightforward, but also friendly. A lot of people told me that New York they weren't friendly and they're rude, but I don't really take it like that. I just take it as straightforward. And so I think what attracts me to New York is the fast-paced life out there. Like, I like to be surrounded by energy and things that are going to feed my energy. And so at some point I'd like to, rent or hopefully buy one day out there and just see how it is. Did you guys hear that honking? Yeah, I'm on the 101 in some LA traffic. I'm sure it's the same thing over there in New York, but what I like about New York is everything is close together, so you could take the subway out there and really just experience the subway life, the city life, the cab life. Oh, I don't know. I just love that. And LA, I tried to take the Metrolink, and I do like the Metrolink. I take it back to the IE when I go see my family. I had been doing that last year for a bit. It was something new that I tried because I was doing more work and I just needed more time. Like the traffic is not worth waiting in. Like since I don't have a Tesla, which that would be something to invest in, because I'd like the car to drive itself while I do my work. That would be something that would be cool and necessary. But since I don't have that, it's Metrolink. So where would you guys see yourself? I'm such a big dreamer and thinker and planner. One of the things, oh gosh, back to my planner, I have not finished my 2026 planner. I don't know if you guys have, but I need to get the ball rolling. And I really was thinking about it. And I feel like if I had a tangible planner that I could write on, I would be done with it. I don't know, there's something about on the computer where I get sidetracked. I don't know if it's all the tabs that I have open or all the other work that I have, but it's kind of annoying. So I need to get back to that. The one planner that I was using that was that I had in my hand was the Happy Planner. And I still have my old one from like 2020 or 2022. That whole year I have in a Happy Planner, and I did write in it a lot. And so I want to get back to that soon. But I was using Canva to kind of coordinate my planner. I got it from my women's community, Women of, that I'm a part of. So that was really awesome that Natalie brought that out to all the ladies there. So I do need to finish it and I do need to follow it. So yeah, that is that. So anyways, that's kind of my day today. I was thinking about going home after work this morning. It's so different, you guys, going into an office and studio. It's been so long since I've been able to do that. And I just love the feeling. It gives me more energy. And I feel like I'm out in the world living versus at home on my computer, looking for projects and work, being stressed out, sitting on my couch. Not that I just do that. Like I obviously work out and do other things, but when it's just you, yourself, and you, it is lonely. And I just can't wait to be a little bit more social this year too, to go to events and things. And being in a work environment now today and just having a new connection to a group of people is, I say it kind of sounds weird, but it's true. It's different. And so I decided on the way back home, I said, okay, I'm either going to go home and make a tuna sandwich with nasty gluten-free bread because I'm on a gluten-free diet, 100%, and that didn't sound good. And I said, or I could go eat a burger. I've been craving a gluten-free burger, but a really good one. So I decided to try one in Tarzana, and it was good. It wasn't the best. I think I could have done better. But any gluten-free bread isn't going to be great. But I did have one really bomb burger. When was it? I think it was like last month. I forget the name of the place. It was somewhere else. But I wanted something tasty and I was really hungry because these early mornings I'm just eating oatmeal and I'm not working out. And so by the time noon hits or after, I am starving. So if I went home, I probably would have been asleep and would have fell on my bed. And so I wanted to avoid at all costs hitting the couch or hitting the bed because I knew I had work to do. I had to study all the product knowledge that I need to know. And for this, being this host, I have to really know my shit. And so recording episode 8, we made it, episode 8, guys. I am super excited to just see the results of this. Yeah, I don't even care. I mean, I do care, obviously. I care if people listen, if you guys are liking these episodes, but I really just want to see the shift in progress, right? I only shot 2 episodes last year, and the year before that, I think the same thing. But I'm, in a different flow. This year, I'm doing more of like ease and flow. I'm not worrying and stressing about what I can't control, and I'm just moving through it and getting it done. And so I think that's the best way to figure out what you are capable of and changes that you might need to make. So who knows? I might keep this podcast. I might be like, okay, this is only for my paid subscribers, which I think that's going to be the case because I'm not just sharing my life with everybody. It's only for the important ones. So anyways, I feel like this is a wrap. I'm going to leave you with a thought of the day. And today I was thinking, you guys don't think I'm corny either, because sometimes I feel corny when I say these things, but I was walking. Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I stepped out of Alfred's when I was leaving, went through the front, and I had my long trench pea coat, had my Doc Marten boots on, and my what type of jeans are these? Shit. These are saddle jeans. I had my jeans. Okay, anyways, I'm ruining the story. Dang it. I had these nice jeans on, the new type, the saddle jeans. I think they're called saddle. Dang it. I know they're not called saddle. Okay, anyways, I had these nice jeans on, and I was just thinking to my mind, like in my mind, this is the life that I've wished for. Going to the coffee shop, working on something I love, and having an opportunity that aligns with my personality and what I've asked for. And in that moment, I thought, like, just taking the air, taking the street, taking the city, and just embrace it. It was a quick moment, but I felt that vision through my body and those thoughts. And it was just a reminder from God that, sometimes we are in the places that we once dreamed of and that we once thought of, and it might not look exactly how you thought it was going to be, but it is, and I felt that, and I said, you know what, I'm in the right direction. This is how that is your intuition speaking to you in those moments. And so that's why I think it's so important to be centered, be open-minded, don't stress about things you can't control, even if there's a lot. Like, I could be stressing about so much right now, and I'm choosing to enjoy life with ease and flow. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there and stop rambling. This has been episode number 8, Unfiltered Thoughts. Thank you guys for listening. Leave me a comment below and subscribe. And please let me know your thoughts. What is your thought of the day? What was the punchline of the day? All right, I will talk to you guys on the next one. Bye. Oh, and actually, I'm home. Okay, I am back. I know the show ended, but I got home to my apartment and I realized that I never explained to you what I saw on Alfred's page, the She's So Lucky podcast. That is probably a symptom of my ADD, but it's kind of crazy. I realize after that I get scatterbrained and then I don't end up saying what I'm supposed to say, but the thought is there. So anybody who knows about the diagnosis of ADD or how to detect it or what to do about this problem I'm having, let me know. But anyways, I get home and as I'm in the bathroom, I'm sitting on the pot and I'm thinking about my day.
I'm not going to go too deep into the bathroom scene, but you guys know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm like, wait a minute. I don't think I explained the full conversation or the thought that I had about the comment that I made on her page. And so I commented on her page and I read something that resonated with me, and I was thinking more about it, and I did a repost with a comment. And so what I read is this from her page. It says, I feel super inspired to make things shake, not in a hustle way, in a focused, intentional, fully stepping into my power way. I was like, yes, girl, I feel that. I feel it because there is a difference. And when I looked up the word hustle, like I know what hustling is, right? But when I looked it up, it said, to hustle means to move with urgency and intention, to work hard, stay proactive, and take initiative to make things happen. It often implies persistence, adaptability, and effort beyond the minimum. Okay, so makes sense, right? But I think the perception that our culture paints hustle is like hustling so hard, like working from day to night, like having multiple side hustles, which I totally am for because this is my year of side hustles and really on my shit, you know? Sorry, mom. But I feel like there's a difference when you're hustling without intention and you're kind of in a space where you're trying to figure out what your hustle is meant for versus moving with intention and divine power with divinity. And what I mean by divine calling or divine power is your calling. What it is exactly. What is God calling you to be aligned with, and how are you moving through your hustle with that? And I think that's what she means by that whole post is, there's a difference when you feel like you're hustling and you're working so hard and you're tired versus hustling with intention, moving in your power. When you understand the hustle versus like not being sure of the hustle and just doing it to figure it out. And that's okay. If you're at that point where you are just hustling to make ends meet, to, pay the bills, to even get to one of your goals through that hustle, that is fine. But once you reach those goals and you know your why and you're moving with intention, it becomes another level of power within yourself. And so I feel that because this is my year of not just hustling and working hard and trying to prove a point, to people in the spaces, of work. But it's powerful because I feel like this year I'm in my year of moving with intention, moving with ease and flow, moving with that power versus being scattered all over the place, just trying to work to make the money and to make things work and to figure out the next move and to be so hopeful for it. I'm not that girl anymore. So anyways, I had to come back on and share that with you, and I will insert this wherever it may be. So boom, there you go.